Hello everyone. In today's video class, we will understand the chapter Jalebi's of second book It So Happened. So in the story, Jalebi has a central role. As you know, Jalebis are crispy, syrupy Indian sweet. So it's about a boy, school going boy who is of 5th standard, and Jalebi also plays a prominent role. These are hot, fresh, and syrupy jalebis. A schoolboy falls to the sweet temptation of jalebis actually. So, what does he do? He spends all his school fee money in buying jalebis. So, what happens afterward? Let's go in. So, in the story, an honest boy is on his way to school carrying money in his pocket to pay the school fee. The sight of crispy, syrupy jalebis in the marketplace excites him, and the coins in his pocket begin to jingle. After a long debate with himself, he yields to the sweet temptation. He could not resist. Now, as narrator said, it happened many years ago when he was the 5th standard at the government school Kambelpur. Now he called it its attack. So one day he went to school with 4 rupees to submit the fee, but Ghulam Muhammad, that is his teacher, who actually collected the fee, was absent that day. So the whole course of the story changes with this incident as the teacher was absent that day. So all through the day the coins simply sat in his pocket quietly. But once the student walked out of school, the coins began to jingle. They started talking. Isn't it very amazing that coins in your pocket started talking? Yes, but it is possible in the story. One coin literally spoke to him. And what did he speak? He spoke to him to eat the hot, syrupy, and fresh jalebis. And money was meant to be spent. This all was actually the piece of advice from coins. But the boy hesitated to spend his fees money for jalebis. So he knew how strict his class teacher, Mr. Ghulam Muhammad, was. So he was, even if he wished to eat jalebis, he could not. But literally, the coins were not happy or not ready to accept the arguments given by the schoolboy. Like he come from a good family, his class is very strict, and he could not spend the money on jalebis. The coins were not going to listen it. The coins were not persuaded, not convinced. So again they began to speak at the same time. The boy grabbed all 4 of them tight in his fist. As soon as he loosened his grip, the oldest coin asked him if he didn't feel like eating jalebis. And then he was to get his scholarship money of 4 rupees the next day. So he could easily pay the fees. Means this plan was told to him by the coins. What means narrator could eat jalebis out of the money kept for fee, and then he could pay the fees of that scholarship money. So this idea was given by coins to him. Even after this all, he was not ready to do so. As the narrator says, the coins were so keen on being spent that day, they keep up their attempts at persuasion till their voices began to choke. Means they keep on saying, making noise, and preparing narrator's mind to eat jalebis. So narrator says that when he reached home and sat on the bed, they began to speak, and he went inside for lunch. Again they began to shriek, means making noise. Thoroughly fed up, he rushed out of the house barefoot and ran towards the bazaar. though he was terrified. But quickly he asked the halwai, the shopkeeper, the sweet seller, to weigh a whole rupee worth of jalebis. His astonished look seemed to be asking where I had the handcart in which I would carry all those jalebis. Simply means after seeing the expression of the seller, narrator guessed that he may be astonished of how this boy would carry these many jalebis. Because 1 rupee fetched him more than 20 rupees those days, he narrator wanted to say. So the halwai opened up a whole newspaper and heaped a pile of jalebis on it, a 1 rupee worth. You can make it out, dear children. Fine. So his simply it means that the boy's mouth watered. Still, he dared not to buy the jalebis because he was a brilliant in studies. He came from a well family. Still, it was not right for him to eat jalebis in the middle of the bazaar. But the coin did not give up. They persuaded the boy and they were very eager to spend that particular day. So, what all happened, we have done it now. The boy returned home and went inside lunch, but he could not sit or sat in peace. And finally, he surrendered and he decided to rush to market to purchase the jalebis. And he got rather quite a lot of jalebis as he was not expecting so. And what are the after effects? Initially, he enjoyed a lot. He almost devoured the jalebis, he wanted to say. Then he saw his uncle returning from the court. The boy ran into a lane. He ate as many jalebis as he could. Soon, the boys from the neighborhood also surrounded him out of because they saw the jalebis with him. You see in the picture, he is surrounded by the other people. He started distributing them among the children, the jalebis among the other children of his surroundings. He spent the remaining 3 rupees also on jalebis and handed them out to the children as. He then washed his hands and mouth. He returned home. He felt it was very difficult for him to digest such a lot. So all night he suffered stomachache. In the morning, he was all right and headed for his school. And that's why the boy realized it's in a right way. He thanked God for not eating that all 4 rupees jalebis because whatever he suffered last night, it gave him a very big lesson. Otherwise, what does it say? Otherwise, as they say, when children speak, flowers shower from their mouths. But I would be the first child in the world with whose every word a crisp fried jalebis would come out. Means it was filled up to this level. Now narrator says that children don't have stomachs. They have digestion machines because his machine worked up very well and it was without much of the news around. He was okay, all okay till morning. Okay, so digesting the jalebi, this case was over, but now he faced another problem as well. The scholarship was to be now paid the following month. And here his plan failed now because he was expecting the scholarship money to come and he would be paying the fee with that, but it was now postponed and it would be paid by the next following month. So his head now began to spin. How to manage this? When the recess bell rang, he left the school and reached the railway station. He was sad and scared too much because this is the first time he did this and he left the school as well today. He just ran away from the school. Had he known about the delay in the payment of scholarship money, he would have never spent this amount on jalebis. So, this is the sense of repentance that comes to him that had he known about the payment of scholarship to be delayed by next month, he would not be spending the money on jalebis and celebrating it the way he celebrated in his gullies, in his streets to the with other people too. So now this idea of jalebis, spending money on jalebis is now becoming very heavy on him. He thought of the teacher's cane, that is the staff with which the teacher punishes the students. And he began to pray. He recited the entire namaz to please God, Allah Mia. So he felt sorry and appealed to God to send him 4 rupees. See how childish the behavior is. But all his plans misfired. Allah Mia showed no money to him, no mercy on him. One day he was caught. The report of his absence from school had reached home, and it took him several years to realize that God helps those only who help themselves. Here, the picture you can see, he expected God to uh, get some money from God as he chants some namaz or some mantra. So, when he did it, he checked inside the stone, he turned the stone up, he couldn't find any coin inside it, though he was expecting to. But unfortunately, it was not so. Rather, he saw some insect just below the stone. That's why he said that he realized this lesson after long later that God only helps those who helps themselves. And he realized a very big lesson that God doesn't give anything if one asks for it. One should be very careful about one's behavior. If you have spent the school fee money on jalebis or some luxuries, you will have to undergo through the process of repentance or punishment if you could not manage it. So this is the lesson he learned, and he shares his childhood days incident with us in the form of story. So even jalebis or coins can teach us a very good lesson, as we can see in the story, right? The boy, enjoys his jalebis initially, but then the same boy who belonged to a good family, he feels very shy of standing in the bazaar and eating jalebis. But the coins in his pocket actually persuaded him, and he did it. But finally, what happened? And then he repents his foolishness. He asks God to help him, and he can recite the namaz and other portions from the Holy Quran. But he experienced that, however, he did all this, but it teaches him a very valuable lesson that one should be very careful about taking any such decisions, otherwise, will have to be a part of repentance. You can see the schoolboy in the story seems to be very innocent as he faces a crisis after he has spent his school fee on jalebis. Fine. He apologizes to God. He promises never to repeat such mistake and recites the namaz and few verses from the Quran. He hopes in vain. It was just useless from him to hope that God will put money under some rock. And he checked it. He plays a game with God, but he finds there are no coins but a hairy worm under the rock, and it made him scared for some while. This is a wonderful story about him, and wonderful description was done by him. The language is very light, very humorous, and filled with a very big moral for us. The story was composed by Ahmed Nadeem Qasim. I hope you must have enjoyed the story. Thank you for watching. You can read the chapter again, understand the very good expressions and useful words and expressions from the story. Thank you.